Ima lukca, ali je lepa.
Dobar dan na gastroblogu.
Znači, evo baš od kao parmezana.
Za supu realno ocena 10 kada. 10 out of 10. Focaccia plus. Osmica. Da, ovo je put. Od kao masline. Krckaj, krckaj.
Da bufalo.
Vrh izgleda. Jedno čekam da probamo. Teletina.
A da, je ono smo zanimljati.
Teletina povrće. Wow, jebate, ovo je baš dobro. So we only have sun at like 9 a.m. until 9 a.m. maybe 10:30, but I try to never miss the opportunity to get a little bit of sunlight because that's the best part of my day. So I actually want to talk to you about the 3 things that I've realized when I was in Paris. And the first one is like there were so many people at all the times that it kind of turned me inwards, because here in Belgrade I'm always turned like outwards, what am I going to do, where will we go, what I will see next, what I will do that is interesting and so on. And then I came there and it was overwhelming for me because I saw so many fucking faces at all the time and people. And it was like kind of the pressure that was coming from outwards, and I just like turned to myself a little bit more, and I really like that, because I kind of felt a little bit more in tune with myself, because I really had to know what I want to do and how, and just like avoid everything else and not be in the exploring mode like here. So they usually say that like the nature, forest and stuff bring you back to yourself and to peace, and that is true, but this is the other example where it can happen if it is everything too much. I was like racing through the streets just to come to some cafe or some a little bit hidden place, and then when I stand there I'm like and that moment is the moment when you come back to yourself. So that is the first thing.
second lesson from Paris is that I came with a little bit small town mentality, even though Belgrade is not so small, but yeah, that there is like the center of the fun and that there is the place where things happen and so on. So I like came to Paris and trying to find the central cafe or whatever, and then I came to 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 streets, and they all seemed a little bit similar, but it also seemed that like the people have fun like everywhere. So then it came to me that like everything is so similar and there is not a single place where like the fun happens, but it's more in your feeling of content if you can like create happiness for yourself and fun. So I actually came to Belgrade and I started to like my neighborhood a lot more, because I kind of just now think, can I create fun in the place where I am, and not like, oh no, I don't live in a funny neighborhood, so I have to find something else. But now I'm just like, okay, what can I do tonight to be like productive and to be fun and pleasant and good for me and for people around me. So yeah, it did. Of course, there is like a saying, it's not where you are but with who you are and all these other things. But when you're actually alone, it doesn't matter who you are with. So then I realized that it doesn't even matter who you are with, and it doesn't matter where you are, but it only matters if you can create something of it. And now we come to the third lesson through this one. That I've seen a lot of places and like little balconies and corners that were so beautifully maintained with flowers and stuff, and even though they weren't in the center of Paris, I really enjoyed them so much. So then I realized that this attention to details and like the time that someone put in to create this is the thing that we are really drawn to. Because I was thinking about like the people who were maintaining these flowers, who were putting these little things in the corners, or the beautiful buildings that are painted and maintained and stuff. And so yeah, I realized that I don't need to be somewhere else, or I don't need to be in the center of some things, or I don't need to have a lot of money, but I do have to put attention to details. So if you don't have money, you can still manage it, but you have to put a lot more time, I think, because you will probably not have the equipment needed, so you'll have to compensate with your time, but it is possible. So these are the 3 lessons that I've drawn out from my trip, and that I will try to put in my daily life, in my daily practice, and I really feel so much richer because of this experience. And the people from the Balkans and Eastern Europe, we typically think that we just lack money, and that's why we are not developed and not beautiful as the Western Europe, as you can say so. But actually I've realized that these things are much more important.